Good morning to everybody. On this bright day, we have a bright person, Father Sebastian Kuthanapalli. He is one of the senior most Salesians of the province of St. Joseph, Hyderabad. And I'm very happy to interact with him and to know something about his past, his life as a Salesian and his experience as a formator. Hearty welcome to this interview, Father.
Thank you, Pastor Daka.
Father, first question, how is the world is treating you?
Wonderful, no regrets, feeling extremely happy. I reached up to this much.
Glad to hear, Father, that you are enjoying, though your world at age and at spirit.
Thank you.
Father, certainly in one person's growth, family plays a vital role. What was the role of your parents and your siblings in your life as a missionary to another distant place as a Salesian?
Till I joined the aspirantate in 1961, the vocation part, the family has not even known that I'm joining the Salesians. But they were happy that I'm a good boy attending the church programs of solidarity, catechism and all that. When I was in the 12th class itself, I joined the aspirantate. Then they did not even know that I'm going to the seminary. Their role at the time was a good Catholic family. And they encouraged me in the Catholic life with the regular prayers in the church, in the family, going for a weekly mass twice, Saturday sure and Sunday sure. Because of the school sisters were teaching us, and so they were insisting that we go for Saturday for the mass and solidarity, and on Sunday mass and catechism. So that way they had more role at that stage. Once I joined in 1961, they treated me almost like a priest. My father and mother, good Catholics, and we are 12 children, 8 boys and 4 girls. One girl alone is younger to me. First 3 are girls, elders. They were very respectful towards me, especially after coming to the aspirantate. They were very respectful, caring. But then we are not coming into the aspirantate to see me and all that. So we are far away, and therefore visiting the seminary was not considered to be a very proper thing. Once they left the family, they look after their own life and they pray for us, that's all. But coming for visiting once a week, once a month, once a year even, we go home once a year, that's all. But their example, faith in God, trust in God, this was a strong support for me.
Other than you, in your family, are there any religious or priests?
My elder sister, just elder to me, she is also a sister. She is a Rosarian convent, a semi-cloister convent.
How did you come to know about Salesians, and what made you or who inspired you to join the Salesian congregation?
First Salesian I met was Father Philip Tayil, in the 7th class. He came to the school and spoke to us about Don Bosco and Dominic Savio, boy saint. That is the first time I'm hearing about the Salesian Society and Don Bosco and all that. Then he asked at the end of talking to us, we are about 25 Catholic boys in that class. After talking to us, he said, can those of you who would like to become saints like Dominic Savio can give the name. We all walked away and nobody had given the name. Then we came away from the office of the headmaster also Catholic, sisters were teaching there. Teachers are all Catholics. And when I came to the class, the sister, FCC sister Dominic, she asked me, how many of you gave names to go to the seminary? We all put the heads down. And then first desk I was. So she asked, not even you, Sebastian. I felt guilty. Guilty means not even you. And in the first desk also, not even you. Then the one who was next to me was Sister Marietta, Dr. Sister Marietta in Vijayawada. Her brother next to me, he said, come Sebastian, we shall give the name, see Cochin, Ernakulam, and then come back. So we got up and gave the name. When we got up and went, one more boy joined, one Johnny. 3 of us went and gave the name. Only 3 from that whole class had given the name. Then Father Philip asked for when your results come, you can give me send a postcard with your result. And the result was sent to Father. Of the 3, I only passed. So I was selected and I came.
You liked the places and you stayed on?
Yeah, it was wonderful. For me, that's the first time we are coming out of our place. Our place is Idiki, Todupuzha area, some plain, some mountains. I like the place, and especially the large number. We are 61 aspirants there in the 8th class.
When we hear the name Father Sebastian KM, that first thing that comes to our mind is a formator. You've been a formator, one of the long-serving novice masters of our province.
The one who inspired me and gave me that particular slant of demanding information was my own novice master, Father Ittiachan Manjil. He passed away. He's from Madras province. He was a stiff character, nice person but strict. He will not tolerate any sort of second grade sort of performance in reading, in working, in praying. And he wanted, as with the BBC standard, that was what he called. But otherwise, he was a very demanding, very good and good religious, upright person, honest and hardworking, and would not compromise on honesty anytime.
Do you have any other unfulfilled desire with regard to work in a mission lands, or else you wish that you worked in some different community?
As a priest, Father Sudhakar, I spent the best years of my priesthood in Pastoral. 6 years I spent there as a rector and administrator. I found that as the ideal place for pastoral work and Salesian work. Parish was, the big parish was there, school was there, high school was there, RCMI school, then youth center was there. The only youth center that we had in Andhra Pradesh was that at that time. There was women's welfare, self-help schemes are there, tailoring section was there, oratory was there. Navajivan children also were hosted there. They're staying there. Hostel was there for them. So varieties of Salesian activity was there. I liked the place very well, very much. 6 beautiful years, and the people also coming to the church. Many used to come for daily mass, and they come and they are not shy of the priest. They come and talk to us, and they keep a kind of good rapport with me. Since I did not have the responsibility of the parish as such, parish was looked after by Father Thomas, Ramalla Thomas. He looked after and he did commendable work. And so I was free for the rector's work and also administration. And I enjoyed those years.
Definitely coming to Andhra Pradesh was your desire to have a fulfilled Salesian life. Probably the language must have been a barrier, the culture must have been a barrier. Other than this, what were the most difficult times you had as a missionary in Andhra? How did you cope with those challenges?
I cannot think of a personal problem in Andhra Pradesh because I was prepared for it, mentally prepared for it, because when I left home itself, I said going to mission lands, be prepared for the worst. That is the way the parents prepared us for. You're going to mission countries for mission, therefore be prepared for the worst. Food and clothes and facilities will not be there according to your liking. So we are mentally prepared, and I had no problem about any place. I worked in Chandur, was very bad at that time with a lot of flies and heat. Both were very pestering it was. And yet I went there, no difficulty. The worst probably was Chandur with the water. Water was very fluoride and all that. No, and yet I managed to stay there for 2 + 2, 4 years. I have stayed there. Yeah. I had no problem with settling for any of the activities, any Salesian work anywhere, Father Sudhakar. Only in the beginning I had the handicap of not being able to say Mass, but that, to tell the truth, the very first year in Gunadala, though I was already Dean of Studies at that time, I learned to say Telugu Mass. And when I came to Chandur, I learned also to sing the Telugu Mass. As a formator, my policy was simple. Tell honestly whatever I feel is good for the congregation. So in the novitiate or in the Kuthanapalli Seminary, when I went there, in 4 years they had 4 rectors. I was 4th rector in the 4th year of the seminary. And I went there, but I found that's a nice experience. So to the brothers, when I was talking to them, this is my expectation. You have anything to say, speak honestly. Say what you want to tell me. Don't say other people told me to say, therefore I am saying. So I expected honesty from them because I was talking honestly. I found that also 4 years in Kuthanapalli. It's a regional seminary with 11 dioceses were there at that time. I had no problem there also. Because of the approach was, you have something to say, don't keep it for 10 years later, 15 years later, tell me now. And so that particular approach was very good for me. And so the brothers with whom I dealt in the novitiate or in the seminaries of Newsweed, Seminary of Kuthanapalli or Gunadala, all these places that I have been, I found them to be very nice to manage because of the fact that my approach was, I tell you what I feel about, you tell me what you feel about. So there is no question of hoping or imagining what the things are. So in that way, I found the formation work much enjoyable. Direct talk.
Father, you have been in the province more than 40 years, I suppose, which means definitely you were there from the beginning, from the erection to till now. You are in the province. How much are you satisfied with the achievement of the province and the service it has done to the poor and the young? What was your satisfaction?
Area of satisfaction certainly is the work that we had done, the young at risk. That has been flourishing well, different parts of different institutions that we have got. And there was also people eager about that. Parishes and mission stations, especially I would say, with the leadership and dynamism of people like Father P. Abraham Panambara and Father Joseph Abraham, two zealous missionaries, that area pulled up very much. And they were singularly capable, committed to the work of evangelization. Those two people made a big contribution. School, as I said, was not been able to come to its full capacity. Now, the growth of the province, the number, when we started, it was I think 196 or it was just less than 100. But it took a long time for us to reach up to 200 even, because we are losing vocations year after year. And now we are over 100, but the growth was a little sluggish. And I am thinking like this, we started the province little too early. We did not have sufficient people to guide the province, and therefore in a hurry we started with all the different, we had a aspirant already, we started a separate novitiate, separate philosophy. So it was a formation sector, we started everything separate except theologate, and that drained the resource of the personnel. Salesians had to be sent to the formation houses. As a consequence, I think the other activities did not flourish as well, and it was sluggish growth in the beginning. One reason was that we had to slow down our growth because of the lack of commitment and competence. Two things which I find in our life, not only here, anywhere you find that today, Salesian life, secular life, everything is these two problems: lack of commitment, lack of competence. So we did not have many qualified people who could take up the leadership at that time. So somebody has to be asked to take up, and they did the work, but it was not because they were able to do, but someone had to do. That way I felt the speed was slowed down, and enthusiasm also slowed down, so institutions did not function to its full capacity, especially the schools. Yes, Father.
Father, while we know many things about you, as a formator, so many have been under your guidance, under your able guidance, and we know you, but is there anything that not many of us know and you think it should be revealed to us? Some achievement or something to regret?
I have no regrets, the sense that wherever I've been sent by the provincial, I have gone. And once I've gone, I put my heart and soul into my work. And one important thing I can share with the conference is I have never refused an obedience. When the provincial said, I want you to go to that place, I have gone. Difference of opinion, my preferences in the beginning, but I have never refused to go to any place that I was asked for. Second thing I would like to say, this is something more important, which others will not know probably. Including the aspirant in Gudadala, that I was there as rector, separate in Gudadala for 4 years. Including the aspirant, I have always left some money balance in the institution when I went. No house has been left penniless when I left my term as rector or administrator. I have been number of houses rector and administrator. 23 years I have spent as rector, 19 years as administrator, but no house has been left in a deficit when I left, including the house in Gunadala, which was a formation house, and we hear superiors saying formation house is a drain on the resources. But I tell you, I was 4 years there. I came away from there were 3.5 lakhs still balanced there. We left it for sake of band instruments, musical instruments, vehicle expenses like that. We already sorted out different headings in which we can use money. We use money carefully. We left always something balanced rather than leave the house in deficit. This is one thing which maybe people won't know, but every house that I have gone and worked in and I left, it has been left with something surplus, not with a deficit.
It's great on your part, Father. I'm sure you have many things to share with the younger generation in Salesian. Something that you would definitely want to tell everybody, some advice. What would you give that? What would be that advice, Father?
It's not an advice for Sudhakar. It's as an elder brother, I can share my concern, this particular intervention, and that is, we make a choice to be a Salesian. Now I'm in Andhra Pradesh, Hyderabad province. It's my option. Now no use of after making an option to keep on regretting and say what a pity, it's like this, like that. So I would suggest to my confreres, as I would like to do myself also, never regret the choice. Make a choice, live a choice wholeheartedly. This is what I have tried doing it, and as a consequence, in no house that when I've gone, I have found I was out of place, or I felt things are not okay, conveniences are not there, this is not a community where I should stay on, nothing. Never, 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 because I felt this is something which I have practiced and I can share with the confreres. When we make a choice, we have made a choice at the time of our profession to accept whatever the superiors tell us. Obedience is to go to different places. I have never refused any place, and as a consequence, this is something which is also, I have not told many people, that is something I have been put in position which I have not been prepared for. I have been novice master without being prepared as a novice master. And I have gone for any time of preparation abroad or anywhere for 1 year, you are getting ready for novice mastership. But I was sent, and I protested, but then Benji asked me to go to do a favor to the province. I went, and I don't think I messed up. This is my feeling. No way have I messed up, because Don Bosco says, when you do what the superiors tell you to do, you are doing God's will, and His grace will be with you. This is one thing I noticed. I was not prepared for it, but I have been, to my satisfaction, I have been able to do that, and superior satisfaction, they also told me I have done well. Similarly, Kuthanapalli Seminary is interdiocesan seminary, is a regional seminary. There are many people who aspiring to be bishops who want to be rector of Kuthanapalli, because it's a stepping stone to bishopric. And I was sent there without any higher qualification, just regular studies of a priesthood, that's all. And yet there also, 4 years I spent, I have not had any kind of feedback saying that you messed up the place. This is my great satisfaction, which they can say God's grace accompanies us when we take up our obedience as God's will. And that's exactly what Don Bosco said. When we choose our work, we are doing our own will. When we do what is told to us, we are doing God's will.
So thank you very much, Father. This interview is quite candid, revealing and inspiring. Thank you very much, Father.
Nice of you, Sudhakar, to take this trouble to come and ask me all these things and share also this amount of information. Yeah. Thank you so much.